Hey Ron, what's up fellas? Just want to give another walkthrough here. Some new stuff that came in, a little bit of old stuff that's in. Oldie but goodies. All these are 350 grams. We have Dog Attack, Doggy Style. Both, very good brakes colors. This one has turbulions in it. This one has really big tails in it. The brakes are big, loud. Reports in those cakes. Tails from the CRYPT is similar. It shoots out volleys of 3 at a time. Wild West is a 36 shot with, it's just all reports. I put some Dragonfly up here. Had those for a while now, but that's definitely a standout. They're not big, but they are really nice little fountains. So, and of course, snake bites down here. These are bigger fountains. They're pretty sizable. It's hard to, there you go. Compare it to my hand. They're almost the size of a 4-inch shell. Not quite, but they definitely are a very, very nice fountain. One of the best, probably the best one I've seen in years. I've seen some other ones out there that are supposed to be like that, but this one tops the ones I've seen. So we got that. I'm going to move on to a bigger cake. That's a new one from 100 proof super shredder. 191 shots. It's a nice cake. I think the pacing on it's really good. The effects are nice. It's hard to get the whole thing in frame. There you go. Maybe. Sorry. But anyways, it's a nice cake. It's sitting up here. This is it on top of the charging bull. So if you had charging bull or monster truck, it's very close. You can see it's very close in size to monster truck or charging bull. Real nice cake. You definitely want to check that one out. I'm going to stroll on down here. We got some smaller rockets in. These are super whistling moon travelers. 9 of them per pack. You can see they're a little bit bigger than a standard bottle rocket, and also if I can get one out, a little bit better. They're very consistent. They've got a pretty loud whistle coming out of there, and they attain a very consistent height. Not the ones that shoot 3 feet out of the tub and boom. These go a little ways, and they do have a pretty nice pop to them. Not crazy or obnoxious, but these are what I always thought Texas pop rockets would be. You hear Texas pop rocket, you say, oh, okay, it's gonna have a nice pop to it, and it's like not. But these ones have a pretty decent pop to them, and they're really inexpensive per pack. I'm gonna move on to some bigger cakes for a little bit here with Beast from the East. Again, this was on the last one I did. It's 72 shots. It's a big cake, and I put one out here for comparison. There's a Masterpiece. That's a 200 shot cake. Not really sure how well scale is going to show up here, so I'll take, this is a standard 200 gram cake just for comparison purposes. You can get a feel for the size, but again, they're very close to being about as long as Charging Bull or Monster Truck. And I got 5 different kinds. We got the Masterpiece, Good versus Evil, Witch Doctor, Dragon Wings, and that box I didn't open is Exorcism. They're all 200 shot cakes. They're all about the same size. Performance-wise, the effects are different, but the quality of all these in terms of the size of brakes and the number of stars, the composition, they're all very, very comparable. These all come out of the same factory, so same type of standards, and they're all excellent cakes. I'd say, grab those while you can. I got, there's a stack over here, there's some here, a few in the corner, another stack over here. So we got some of this right now. And but those are definitely one you want to get your hands on. Up top, didn't have room, but I put a 66 shot cake Venom. 4 come in a case. Again, nice cake. The case size is a little bit larger than you normally see in a 500 gram. It's not an exceptionally tall cake, but it's got a good length and width to it. And like I say, the 66 shots. The colors in that cake are really nice. There's a video on the channel you can check out. The colors are really pretty, and it's got some boom to it. It's a nice report in there. Then I put 2 of the 72 shot 2-inch cakes for the love of pyro. And also back there is Beast from the East again, but that one's still in the cage. If you get something that's in the cage, it usually indicates it's a pretty good piece. They're supposed to put anything that has a 2-inch or larger bore into a cage. They don't always do it, but sometimes they do. And this is these two are definitely a case, and those are very solid pieces. And I'm going to go into, in a minute or so, I'm going to go into, well, you know what, I'll do it right now, because I've had a lot of people ask, why would I get the 72 shot cake when I can get the 200 shot cake, and they're about, the same size. Why wouldn't I get 3 times as many shots? Here's why. These 200 shot cakes all have the advantage of having more shots, and so you're getting 200 shots instead of 72. But here's the difference. We're going to take a look at Beast from the East. I'm going to open this up. That's the tubes in this. Okay, so there's my thumb. All right, just for comparative purposes. These are pretty large bore. If you've ever had, I don't know, Rooster Rules, Tiger Rules, Rooster Turns Colors, any of those ones like that, these are the same size tubes. So if you've had Rooster Turns, Rooster Rules, or My Cock is Bigger Than Yours, Bite Me, the reports in here are the same reports as in those cakes, but they're 72 shot cakes. So if you're used to getting Rooster Turns Color, which is all, with a lot of colors in it, instead of being 66 shots, these are 72. So these actually have a higher shot count than Rooster Turns Colors or Rooster Rules, Tiger Rules, any of those. So you get 72 shots instead of 66. Reports are pretty much the same. The color breaks are really big on this cake. We'll take a look at, I opened up, took the top off of this Witch Doctor so we can get a look at these tubes, and you can see the size difference. You see these, that's like a 1-inch bore. Okay, that's about a 1-inch tube. So yeah, you get more shots with this, but the 72 shot 2-inch cakes break way bigger, way louder. So which one's better? That's subjective. What do you want? Do you want bigger breaks and less shots? These two, because they're going to break a lot huger. These ones are going to have a lot more shots in them. So which is better? The reason I have all of them, and it's because for some guys they want the bigger breaks, and some guys want a higher shot count. I'd mix it up. Maybe a 200 shot cake, maybe a 72 shot cake, 2 inches. And I'm going to bring this No Mercy back up here. There's a couple little smaller 200 gram cakes, poisonous serum. I think I showed that in the last video. Those were new last year. Nice report on it. Really good 19 shot. And No Mercy, that's a really inexpensive 200 gram cake with some pop to it. And there's 24 in a case. I'd check that out. It's a nice one if you want something light that's going to get some attention, and it's relatively cheap. Then we got Big Cat over here. This came in. If you had this before, I don't really need to explain, but this is, if you like gold brocades, loud gold brocades, this is it. This is a fast-paced cake. It's 120 shots. I'm trying to recall how long it is. It's around a minute, if I remember correctly. So it's 2 shots per second. And the gold in here is really nice. It hangs for a long time. It burns for a long time. They're big breaks that just seem to hang up in the sky forever. I'd like if they slowed it down just a little bit, but this is a nice cake if you want to put a lot of gold in the sky real quick. It's a beautiful cake. If you like brocades, this one will definitely impress. I put that in my finale, a couple of those, and it really fills the sky with a lot of gold that burns, I don't know, 5, 6, 8 seconds, long time. Okay, and it's a sizable cake too. There's actually 2 of those in a case, but that case it's huge. That case is that's the size of Monster Truck's about, and so these cakes are bigger than a normal 1-1 cake, your standard 100 shot 1-1. That cake is bigger, than you normally get in a case. And it's about the same price as a normal 1-1 per piece. So it's a good deal, I think. Some more rockets over here came in. These are the Killer Clown from Mars. These are a little bit bigger. I'll put my thumb up again just to compare. And sorry about the dirt on right now at work. Been working. So these are, you know, it's a 1-inch rocket, and they have a nice report to them. I tried to video some of this stuff, Venom included, and this 50s and 100s, but my video wasn't cooperating, so fortunately I didn't get them. But this 50s and 100s, this is an excellent cake. Also by 100 proof, 30 shots. It alternates loud color breaks and reports, and it's a really good cake. Also next to it is Grim Reaper. Similar, you know, a lot of different colors in this cake, in Grim Reaper, and 25 shots. This is like a 350 gram type cake. Color and report. Check the video out. I don't think the video really does it justice, but that's another excellent cake. I'm very happy with that. And this one, I neglected to say, this is all strobes. The color breaks are all strobes in here. So if you're into like strobing and glittering, which I am, and loud reports and alternating, that's an excellent cake. I really like that one a lot. And some of these ones down here too, you know, same thing. You're getting a lot of strobing in those breaks. There's videos on all of these, so you can check them out. Fold that back up. Let's take a look over here. Some BAMF shells. These are nice shells. They're very good. I, you know, personally, the Trump ones. The Trump ones are better, you know, in terms of the color breaks for sure. The Trump ones and the Thriller ones I have are the best ones I've seen. I've seen the 8-inch ones, and they are not as good as these. That's why I keep going with these and rolling through them. The 8-inch ones just don't seem to have the composition, the number of stars, and the diameter breaks. You know, these are better than the 8-inch ones. These BAMF are a step down. They're a 6-inch canister shell. These are smaller kits. They're 12 shell kits. The one thing about these, a lot of guys like, if you look at effect number 6 and effect number 12, there's two white reports per kit. But in my estimations, my opinion, next to those Trump shells, these were my second favorite ones in the 6-inch. Plus you get the color and report, so tough to beat that. Over here are some Terminator shells. These are 6-inch, and they are just all white effect. That's all, no color in these at all, and they're very nice. I mean, you know, if you had some of the 4s, 5s, and have the No Mercy one over there, 7-inch No Mercy. No, they kind of scale. You know, these aren't quite as good as No Mercy, but they're better than the 5s. You know, kind of in between them. And these are a good price point per shell too, if you're loading racks. Vector rockets over here. This is a new rocket, at least for me. I never had carried this one before, but it's similar to the jungle rockets. Welcome to the jungle. Very similar rocket. You know, it's a good rocket, solid. You know, it's you know, I don't know, if you had the jungle ones before, this is, you know, very very close to the jungle ones. And let's see what else was in here. I think that was everything I wanted to run through in here today. Mostly, I mean, the big things, these 50s, 100s, excellent cake. Big Cat that's a big one. That's always been a big a lot of people like that one, very popular. For the Love of PYRO and Beast from the East. Again, these cakes will just floor you with the breaks coming out of them. I mean, that's, you know, these are 2-inch color breaks. Most of the shells that you see in the city shows, like, you know, most of those breaks are from 3-inch color shells. So yeah, but you know, putting this in a backyard and that close of a proximity, these are huge. And these cakes are all awesome, really. That Exorcism one I didn't open, but you know, check out the video on these. You can't go wrong. It's just more a question of what effects you prefer. Anyways, that's it for today, and thanks a lot, guys. See you next time.